So in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the new Andalusian horses. I'll also talk a little bit about the new Trailblazer and a couple of other things that Star Stable have added in either today's update or the previous update. But obviously the main event is going to be the new breed. So let's get started. Got my cute mule today in a nice purple outfit. This is the first time I've changed my outfit on Star Stable in like 3 weeks. Maybe not 3 weeks, definitely 2 weeks. I have literally just been reusing the same outfit. Okay. So obviously they're at your stables, which is why we're here. Where are they? Oh, they are here, okay. Alright, let's just jump in. We'll start at the first coat. So, first impressions, the model looks incredible. I think they've done a great job with the look of them. I will point out I know nothing about Andalusians as a breed, so anything I say is going to be purely vibes and aesthetic and not actual like breed standard. But just going off of the vibes and the aesthetic, these are stunning horses. I think they're really cute. They do give off dressage vibes, which is what they are bred for. Coat-wise, this is lovely. I do really like when they add bay to dapple grey coats. It is something I've more recently discovered about myself. I do really enjoy it. I think they've done this one really well. It is very cute. Obviously, the dappling detail is incredible. I really like the leg markings on this one. Overall, I think it's really nice. The next one we've got is just a plain grey, a white grey, which looks really nice. Can't complain about it. I think it's very cute. It does look very shiny, which I really like. But this, not much to say about it. I think blue eyes. I think the eyes are blue. That's adorable. And white eyelashes as well. That's cute. I really like that detail. But yeah, this one's really nice. Nothing bad to say about it, but it's just a plain white coat. This next one we've got is black. It looks like it's more of like a reddish base compared to a blue, which is how I prefer the black coats. But again, I think this is really nice. It doesn't really have any white markings, but I still think it's very cute. I love the little pink dot on the nose. Overall very nice. Still quite shiny. It doesn't come off quite as shiny as the white one, but it still has a bit of a shine to it, which I really like. You can kind of see the muscles better in the black, I feel. But I think that looks really nice. This one, I think, is a buckskin. You've got some dappling on the back there. It's a lovely colour. I really like this colour of buckskin. I really like the face marking as well. I think that's very cute. They just have such cute faces. They really do. I think this one's very nice. Again, looks shiny, not quite as shiny as the white one maybe, but this is definitely a contender for me to buy. I do really like this one. The next one we've got is this a Perlino? Chromello? Your guess is as good as mine. I really do need to learn the difference between these coat colours, but this one is stunning. It looks a lot shinier than the others. That is incredible. Wow, that shine is amazing. Not my favourite, I will say. I think it's potentially the darker legs that are ruining it a bit for me, but overall I think it's very cute. Are they blue eyes as well? I think this one has blue eyes as well. I think the colours are very nice. I would say maybe the dark legs aren't doing it for me, but otherwise I think this one's really cute. Honestly, for the shine, I might end up getting it just because it looks so... Am I being silly, or does it look so much shinier than the others? That is very nice. But yeah, I still think it's nice. I think the leg markings are really cute as well. Then we've got a nice standard bay. Not quite as shiny as the other. I think they must have added something extra to this one to make it super shiny. But this bay is very nice. It's a really nice bay colour. I do like it a lot. I think the face marking is gorgeous, and I do like just the little tiny bit of white on the leg there. This is also a contender to be bought, but I think this one's really nice. And the last one we've got, when I saw the spoilers, I think this was one of the ones that I wanted to get. I'm a little more on the fence with that, I think. I still like it. Very nice dark bay. It's got sort of like, I'm assuming it's a bold face. I don't know if it covers enough of the face to be called that, but it looks very nice. I think the leg markings work really well with the face marking as well. So it is still quite high up my list. Honestly, I think I prefer the other bay or the buckskin over this one. So I probably won't buy this one today. I think I'm making a decision between these two. Might go with the buckskin, potentially. Let's have a look at the main styles first before we make a decision though. So you've got just the standard long mane and tail. I think it looks really nice long. I like when they aren't moving, but when they do move, the mane is split into 5 sections, which I'm not very keen on. I think it just looks a bit awkward. We'll see what the others look like. This is what they had on the older Gen 3, this sort of braid, which I think that was very cute. I like that it's got like a thick forelock as well. I think that's cute. And then you do have the braid in the tail as well. And you've got a shorter mane and tail. I think this works better. You still have a very long forelock, which I really like, but I think I prefer this length over the super long one. It's also not curly. The other one's curly. This one's straight. I think is cute. And you've got a very small braid going down the top, and then the same, I don't know what you'd call this kind of braid in the tail, but the Dutch Warmbloods also have it, and I think it's very, very nice. I love the look of it on these ones. I do think this is a contender for a hairstyle that I like. Then we've got a similar thing but completely braided tail. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't hate it, but I'm not sure if I like it either. Probably wouldn't get it on this colour, but potentially on a different colour I'd get it. Then you've got the normal button braids with a curly tail. The same thing again, but with a forelock out. I don't really like the forelock out with braids very much. Then we've got this one. Is this the one they have on the Halflingers? Do they also have it on something else? I feel like I've seen it on a more recent breed. It might be the Norikas. I like this. I'm not sure I'd get it for these horses, but I do think it's quite cute. I like the tail mostly. The mane, not quite as much. Then you've got the standard, whatever you'd call this one, the Mohawk. Don't like it. You've got the Buzzed, which I do think is quite cute. I think these breeds, this breed, sorry, has the neck and the head shape for it. I think it looks really, really good on them. And you've got the long braids, which I think is very nice. Short braids with a braided tail. And then you've just got the short. I don't tend to like the short hairstyle on very many breeds, but I do think it works on this one. Yeah, I don't know what hairstyle I want to go for, to be honest. I think I might go for this one. I think this might be the one that I'm leaning towards. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna just have a quick look at it on the bay. Okay. No, I definitely prefer the buckskin. Okay. We'll have a quick look at the animations while we're in the buy screen, just because there is no way I'm leveling this horse to level 7 to show you the special moves, because I've got other horses I'm training up first. I want to leave this to the end of my pile so I can look forward to it, but I'm going to try and show you as best I can in the buy screen. So we'll have a quick look at these first. First impression of the walk, it looks pretty good. It looks really nice. It's a little bouncy. It's meant to be a dressage horse, so I'm expecting it to be fancier than what is sort of my expectations of a horse. I'm kind of going into it expecting sort of Frisian looking gait. So at the moment, this checks out. It definitely is a bit bouncier, a bit more fancy. The trot, quite nice. I feel like the back end looks a bit funny. It kind of does that thing that the Pasafinos have, where the back end just kind of looks a bit squared off. But I don't think it bothers me that much. I think the trot itself is very nice, very fancy. Ooh, it's got a very nice canter. It is, the back end is a bit squared off though. I think that's slightly putting me off, but the canter looks good. Gallop looks very nice. It reminds me a lot of the Frisians actually, it really does. Fast gallop, again, it looks great. Nothing to complain about there. Ooh, okay, so this is one of the special animations. I'm not much into dressage, so I can't tell you sort of how accurate the movement is, but I think it looks very cool. And you've got this one. Spanish walk, very cute. Again, I know nothing about this as horses do it sort of in real life, so I can't really say anything about it. But overall, I think those are very impressive. So I think we buy this guy. I'm gonna go adult stallion. Don't have a name picked out for him. Let's try and think of something. Golden Comet. You could go for that. Ooh, actually, back. I'm gonna take off my tack so that we can stay here, do the review. I forgot what I called him now. Is it Golden Comet? Okay, we have him here. Let's put the tack we have on him. Alright, and we'll go down to the arena that's over here. I've heard that the arena has changed. I'm going to be honest, I don't really remember what it looked like before, but I think they've made it bigger, I think I heard. It definitely looks bigger. Okay, they've changed that area. Let's go and have a quick look over here. It's definitely bigger. I don't know why they chose to make their biggest arena bigger, but I guess it could be helpful for people in clubs and stuff. I've seen some pretty big clubs out there, but yeah, it looks like they've just extended the end of it, which is nice. Okay, let's get this guy up to level 2. Okay, I will say he looks adorable. He looks really good in the purple. Really, really do like it so far. I think the model is incredible. It looks so nice. These animations as well are very, very good. The forelock is incredible, by the way. I'm so happy with the forelock. It's so swishy and cute. Okay, okay. Let's get on Riding Club members only so we can not see everybody else. Zoom in just a little bit. Make this nice and fancy. The idle animations, I will say, look very nice. They're very natural. They do give a bit of more life into the horse, which I really like. I think they're really, really good. They definitely give off dressage horse, which obviously they are, so well done, Star Stable. But first impressions is they are very, very good, so have a look at the warm-up. It's very nice, bouncy. I don't know where my reins have gone. Potentially that could just be a bug they will end up fixing, but I currently have not got hold of the reins. I think the movement is good. The back feet don't quite look right though. It kind of looks like they're sliding. And it's not something I've noticed on any of the other breeds. It could potentially be because it's a low level. Not so sure about that one. But then we've got the trot. Very nice. I think the movement is good. I am very aware of the square back end. That kind of does ruin it for me a little bit. It's one of the reasons I don't have many of the past phenos. Everything else looks good. I still haven't got hold of my reins. Don't know what that's about. I think there is still sliding with the back feet though. But I think otherwise it looks very good. And we've got canter. I really like this canter. I think it definitely looks good. Definitely does give off more of a dressage look, which is obviously what is intended. But I do think that is very nice. The extended canter, again, very pretty, very flowy. Just very conscious of the back end. I think the movement of this hair is really nice. That, very good. We've got the gallop. It looks good. I think it'll look better when the horse is leveled up a little bit and it's a bit faster, but nothing bad to say about that one at all. And then you've got the quickest gallop. Yeah, very nice. I mean, I'll spend most of my time riding these horses like this, or a bit to the side. So the fact that this looks very good means that I could potentially buy some more. I do think that is very, very nice. So let's do the rear. Ooh. That's very nice. Very, very nice. A nice characteristic for the horse to have a fancier looking rear. It's kind of like, I really don't know how to explain what I'm thinking of. It looks more like a dressage rear compared to like a normal horse. That's the best way I can explain it, I guess. Then we've got the sliding stop. Yeah, a very nice, pretty standard one. Nothing special about that as far as I'm aware. Very good. We've got the walk back, the reverse. Pretty standard. I feel like whenever I do this, there's nothing else I can say other than, yep, that is what it is. What have we got next? We want to get some jumps on. Let's see if we can get some jumps here. Okay, we'll go for these ones. So we'll do one in canter and see what the canter one's like. Okay. Probably not the best jump for it, but that's fine. It doesn't look bad. Obviously, these are dressage horses. I'm not expecting them to look like the Hanoverians, for example. I don't think it's good, though. Okay, we'll do one fastest. Okay, yeah, I think it definitely looks better going faster. Okay, no, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't have anything bad to say about that. I think that does look quite good. Okay, overall, I think these are very, very nice. The only two things I will say is, yeah, the sliding feet in the walk and the trot, I think it was, look very weird. Could that potentially be fixed when the horse is a higher level? But also you shouldn't have to have the horse at a high level for it to not look weird. So maybe that is just a slight bug that they can change and stop the feet sliding. I don't know. And then it is just the squared off back end, which I could potentially look past. I mean, I've said it before, usually when I review horses, if I then ride it for like a week after, I'll have a bit of a different opinion on it just because I sort of get used to looking at them and I could potentially pick out different things or even just grow to like the things that I originally criticised. So I will say my opinion on these could change in a future video. I think overall, they're a really good breed. They've done the breed very well, and I could potentially just get used to the back end being like that and it not bother me anymore. And yeah, the only other thing which I'm assuming is a bug that they will be able to fix is my character not holding the reins. But that I assume is going to be an easy fix. But otherwise, yeah, these horses are incredible. I think a lot of the coat colors work really well with the breed, and I think they have got so much better at doing the coats for horses. Like all the extra details that they add to them work so nicely. I'm a bit sad that the tack covers up the tassels on this coat color, but I just really like it. I'm so happy that I bought this one first. There is potential that I might buy a couple more in future videos, not in this one because I am trying to save some star coins and I have a lot more horses that need training up, so I won't be buying any more yet. But I imagine I'll at least come away with 1 or 2 more at some point. But overall, yeah, I think these are really nice. If you like a dressage horse, I do recommend these. I think they do work really well for dressage. But overall, I'm very happy with these. I don't think there is really anything else that I can say to criticize them. I mean, put it this way, this is how I'm going to be seeing the horse most of the time, and I think that looks really good. So no complaints here on that at all. I also think the hairstyles they've got for them are very nice. We have quite a wide range to choose from this horse, which is incredible because usually we don't have very many hairstyles. You know, you get the standard, you get like a long, short, a couple of braids, and that's it. But we've got a couple of extra. I think we had like maybe 4 sort of breed specific hairstyles, which is really good. They are bringing out more hairstyles with each breed, so obviously that is another plus with these. There is a little bit more, you can customize them more, which I think is really nice. So yeah, my final conclusions is this is a really good horse breed, and I will probably end up buying maybe 1 or 2 more when I eventually train up all the other horses that I've got. Alright, the next thing I wanted to talk about, just a little bit small, is we go here. They've actually changed it so that the tack icons and the clothing icons show what it actually is, which is really good. I love that. It's such a small detail, but I'm very happy to have it. And then just the Trailblazer. So I haven't played as much as I would have wanted to play. We do have double points for this week, which is really good. I'm going to try and make the most out of that. In terms of the items that you do get the standard sort of little items. I really like the stable care and the large jar of wisdom. I kind of use those the most. Clothing wise, the hat is cute, not something I would ever really wear. Same with the shoes, it's not really my style. I think potentially I could use these pants. I don't usually go for green, but I probably have a lot of items that will go nicely with it. This jacket is very beautiful. I love it. I imagine I'll probably get some good wear out of that. I think the saddlebag is cute. This, I'm assuming it's like the pet that goes in the saddlebag. I generally prefer using the animals, so I probably won't use this, but I do think it is a really nice concept. This saddle pad is gorgeous. I love the blue colour with the little red sort of detail there. I assume it's kind of like meant to be like an embroidered patch or something, which looks really nice. And then you've got the bridle and the saddle, which very nice colour. I do like the little fluff there. And on the bridle, I'm assuming it's just going to be a standard looking bridle and not one with a drop nose. I think that's kind of what it looks like. If you have watched any previous videos, I talk shit about the drop nose bridles. I hate them. I think they look so ugly. So I'm hoping that that's not one of those because I do think that this looks really nice. And the leg wraps, again, very cute, nice colours. And these earrings, I love that they're silver because I'm a silver girl. I don't really like wearing gold even in the game. But I don't know if I'd actually wear them. I think they're cute. The vibe I tend to go for, but I'm gonna try my best to get what I can from this. At minimum, I kind of want to get all of the tacks, so I do kind of want to be mostly finishing it, but I'd be fine if I don't end up getting the earrings, which is so stupid because if I get to there I might as well try and finish it. But you know, if it gets to a point where I'm like pushing myself, as long as I minimum get to the leg wraps, I think I'll be happy enough. But that is something that I will need to be working on. I think we have enough time. I should have enough time. I've always finished it before. So, you know, if I can just get myself on a little bit more often, I think we'll be good. Especially if I can get on a lot this week, because we do have the double reward points, which I really do need to make the most out of it. Because I feel like if I don't, then I probably won't end up getting everything that I want. But we'll have to see how that one goes. Alright, that is the end of today's video. Please let me know down in the comments what you think about the new Andalusian breed. I think they are stunning. Definitely very high on my favourite breeds list. Really looking forward to potentially buying some more of these in the future. Obviously there are a couple little bugs with them that I'm hoping that they will end up fixing, but otherwise I still think they're quite good for what they are. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!